Hello, and welcome to the commissioning guide for the Perlite Filter. The Perlite Filter is a high-efficiency system designed to conserve water by regenerating the media through a bumping process, eliminating the need for backwashing. In this video, we will guide you through the entire process, including delivery, installation preparation, and commissioning, to ensure your system is ready for operation. This is the Perlite Filter, fully prepared for shipment. Before shipping, the equipment is securely fixed to a high-quality pallet to prevent movement and wrapped in protective material to avoid surface damage during transportation. During unloading, you may use a forklift to lift the pallet or the lifting lugs located on top of the filter. Regardless of the method, always ensure the equipment is transported and stored in an upright position. After unloading, inspect the packaging for any damage and check that the bump tube pressure is properly maintained. If there are any issues, please contact Shinwa Aqua immediately. If installation is delayed and the equipment needs to be stored for an extended period, ensure it remains in its original packaging and is stored in a stable environment with consistent temperature and humidity. Before relocating the equipment after long-term storage, ensure that the bump tube pressure has been maintained. Before starting the commissioning process, let's first review the system diagram and the key components of the Perlite Filter. The Perlite Filter works by coating the tube surfaces with perlite media, which filters dirt and particles from the water. Over time, as dirt builds up, the filtration efficiency of the media decreases. When the media's efficiency decreases, the operator initiates the bumping process to restore optimal performance. During bumping, the bump tube expands and contracts repeatedly, shaking off the used media from the tubes and allowing it to fall into the water. The media is then recirculated through the pre-coat line, recoating the tubes and restoring filtration efficiency. This system allows the media to be reused multiple times without backwashing. For optimal performance, ensure that all lines are installed precisely according to the system diagram. Special attention should be paid to the orange air vent lines, which play a critical role in removing trapped air from the filter and the system. If the air is not fully vented, the media may not coat evenly on the tubes, reducing filtration efficiency. The air vent lines are also essential when emptying or refilling the filter during media replacement. Proper installation of the air vent lines ensures smooth and efficient operation of the Perlite Filter. We will now explain the installation and preparation steps. Pneumatic valves should be installed in positions where operators can easily monitor their status from ground level. The supply pneumatic valve should be installed as close as possible to the pre-coat T-joint to prevent media from clogging the lines or leaking into the pool. The pre-coating line should be assembled in the following order: pneumatic valve, flexible, sight glass, and manual valve. The manual valve should be installed near the circulation pump's T-joint to minimize air intake, which can reduce efficiency. It is also important to connect an air vent pipe to the pre-coating line and install a corresponding valve. After installing the regulator, adjust the pressure to 6 bar or higher. The Perlite Filter is equipped with a pressure switch that automatically stops the system if the pressure drops below the required level. Adjust the pressure by turning the regulator knob clockwise to increase or counterclockwise to decrease the pressure. Once the desired level is reached, press the knob to lock it. After completing the installation, you can verify the proper connection of the pneumatic valves in admin off mode. First, touch the panel on the touch screen to switch to off mode, then press the start button. Next, access the maintenance menu at the bottom of the screen and enter the password to enable admin off mode. This menu is located internally to prevent accidental touch operations. On the screen, touch the icons for the valves and pumps to confirm their connection and operational status. Additionally, check the relay lights inside the control panel to ensure they are functioning correctly. To prevent water hammer and protect sensitive components, such as the sight glass, adjust the opening and closing speed of the valves. Use the speed controller on each pneumatic valve to make the adjustments. Turn the adjustment screw clockwise to reduce the speed or counterclockwise to increase it. After completing all verifications, ensure all valves are set to the closed position. Next, we will explain the touchscreen configuration and operating modes of the Perlite filter. The Perlite filter offers 3 operating modes, which can be selected by touching the panel on the screen. Off mode is a state in which the circulation pump is turned off, and it is typically used during media replacement or equipment maintenance. Manual mode allows you to execute the bumping process manually by directly selecting it on the screen. Timer mode operates similarly to manual mode but enables you to set a timer for automatic execution of the bumping process. To change the operating mode, press the e-stop switch located at the center bottom of the panel to completely stop the system. After waiting for about 3 seconds, release the switch by turning it to the right. Once the system has fully stopped, touch the panel to select the desired operating mode. The e-stop switch can also be used to stop the system in emergencies. On the screen, you can touch the numbers above the bump tube to change the bumping frequency. You may also touch the numbers below the pre-coat line to adjust the pre-coating duration. Now that the preparations are complete, we will begin the commissioning process by loading the filter media. First, switch to off mode. Close the manual inlet valve at the front of the filter, and ensure that the tank is completely empty. Open the vacuum drain valve to remove any residual water or debris from the pipeline, then close the valve. Open the blower suction valve and the blower hose valve. Ensure the air vent valve is closed, and recheck that the vacuum drain valve is also closed. On the touch screen, press the blower button, and use a hose to add the appropriate amount of filter media into the filter. Once the media has been fully loaded, press the blower button on the screen again to stop the blower. Then close both the blower suction valve and the blower hose valve. Next is the process of filling the filter and pipeline system with water. To begin, open the manual inlet valve located in front of the filter to allow water to flow into the tank. Open the air vent valve to release trapped air and ensure the tank fills smoothly. Check the water level through the viewing window, and when you hear water flowing through the pipes, close the air vent valve. The pre-coat line shall also be filled using the manual valve. Close the manual valve located at the bottom of the pre-coat line. Next, touch the panel on the screen to switch to manual mode or timer mode, and press the start button to proceed. Once the operating mode is selected and the system is started, the pre-coating process will begin automatically. As the pre-coat pneumatic valve opens and water flows into the pre-coating line, open the pre-coating air vent valve to remove any remaining air. After air has been vented enough, gradually open the manual valve fully and close the air vent valve. The pre-coating process will run for the duration set in the system parameters. During pre-coating, check for proper air removal and confirm that the media is evenly coated. If the media does not coat properly after the initial loading, press the bumping button on the screen to perform additional pre-coating, allowing the media to fully absorb water. When the pre-coating is complete, the pre-coating valve will close, and the filtration valve will automatically open, starting the circulation filtration process. Once the circulation filtration process begins, the system can be managed with minimal interaction through simple controls. Touching the bump tube button once a day allows the system to automatically perform bumping, pre-coating, and circulation filtration processes. If a timer is set and the system is operated in timer mode, these processes can run automatically without any manual input. Detailed instructions for setting the timer are provided later in this video. It is recommended to perform bumping at least once a day. During off-seasons or when there are fewer visitors, the pressure difference between the inlet and outlet water may be minimal, which can result in bumping not being executed. However, in such cases, the accumulated flow may prevent the media from separating properly during bumping, causing particles and debris to settle on the tubes. This settling can make tube cleaning more difficult. Therefore, it is essential to perform bumping at least once a day to maintain the system's efficiency and cleanliness. Next is the process for replacing the used media and rinsing the inside of the filter. The timing for media replacement can be determined by checking the pressure gauge at the top of the filter. When new media is first loaded, the pressure difference between the inlet and outlet water typically ranges between 0.2 and 0.4 kilograms per square centimeter. However, if the pressure difference remains above 0.7 kilograms per square centimeter despite daily bumping, it indicates that the media needs to be replaced. Other indicators may also be observed, so it is recommended to monitor the system during the initial operation phase and establish a replacement schedule suited to your facility's needs. To begin the media discharge process, press the E-stop button located at the center bottom of the filter panel to stop the system completely. Then, touch the panel on the screen to switch to off mode. On the touch screen, press the bump button to manually perform bumping until the media is fully loosened from the tubes. Close the water inlet valve. Open the manual drain valve located at the bottom of the filter and check if the media is being discharged into the sewer. At this point, open the air vent valve at the back of the filter to ensure smooth media discharge. Once the discharge is complete, close the drain valve. To begin rinsing, open the water inlet valve to refill the filter with water. Then, open the air vent valve to release trapped air, allowing the water to flow in smoothly. Once the filter is properly filled, close both the water inlet valve and the air vent valve. On the panel, press the bump button to perform bumping. Repeat this process 2 to 3 times until the media is thoroughly rinsed out of the tubes. After completing the rinse process, proceed with media loading as previously demonstrated. Next, we will explain how to set the timer for operating in timer mode. On the touchscreen main menu, navigate to the maintenance menu and select the weekly timer settings. In the table, touch the desired day, hour, and minute to configure the timer. Use the checkboxes to activate or deactivate specific time slots as needed. Once the timer is set and the filter is running in timer mode, bumping will be performed automatically at the scheduled times. After bumping, the system will automatically switch to pre-coat, and once the pre-coating process is complete, it will transition to filtration. The timer allows for up to 3 scheduled operations per day. However, setting multiple timers for the same time on the same day can cause system errors, so ensure no overlapping schedules are configured. Please note that these timer settings are effective only when the filter is operating in timer mode. Next, we will explain the procedure for cleaning the tubes. If the tubes are not cleaned regularly, they may become unclean even after replacing the filter media, which can shorten the lifespan of the media. Therefore, regular tube cleaning is essential to maintain the efficiency of the filter system. To begin cleaning, press the E-stop button to completely stop the system. Then, touch the panel on the main screen to switch to off mode. On the touch screen, press the bumping button to perform bumping until the media is sufficiently dislodged from the tubes. Before starting the tube cleaning, pull up the cap on the compressor to turn it off. Next, close the air valve on the compressor. Then, press the air release button located at the bottom of the regulator and wait until all the air has been released. When the sound of air release stops, push the button back to lock it. When removing the viewing window, keep the lower bolts in place to prevent the glass from falling. Remove the glass first, and then loosen the remaining bolts. For regularly maintained filter systems, a standard garden hose is usually sufficient for cleaning. Narrow the end of the hose by hand to create a stronger water stream for easier cleaning. If the filter has not been cleaned for an extended period, this method may not be sufficient. In such cases, use a high-pressure washer as shown in the video to clean the tubes. To protect the equipment, wrap a rag around the nozzle of the washer. This will prevent it from scratching or causing damage to the filter flanges. Since the bump tubes have been deflated by releasing air, you can manually rotate them during cleaning by turning the tubes on their axis to ensure all sides are thoroughly cleaned. Once the cleaning is complete, reattach the viewing window in reverse order, load the media, and restart the system. This process helps maintain optimal filter performance by ensuring the tubes are effectively cleaned. Thank you for watching this comprehensive guide on the installation and commissioning of the Perlite filter. We hope this video has provided you with all the necessary information to operate and maintain the system efficiently. If you have any further questions or require additional support, please feel free to reach out to Shinwa Aqua. Thank you, and we look forward to assisting you in achieving optimal performance with your Perlite filter.